Yo, what is up PPL fans, Shadi here, coach of the Bayern Munich, and welcome to PPL Season 4 Week 3. This should just be a team analysis, but I might put them in one video just because this is already late. Excuse me for that, by the way. I was at Gamescom, so I couldn't really play or record or anything, so game is still unplayed at this point, even though it's already Monday. Shut up, computer, I don't care. So yeah, that's that. Sorry about that. We'll see if this is just a team analysis or, you know, actually the battle as well. Week 3, we won last week finally, which is nice. And we go up against OnesieBanette and his Birmingham Spritzee, appropriately named on my team sheet Birmingham Shitsee because I'm a hilarious person. But you can't see that, but I told you, so we good. No transfers on my side, everything stayed the same. But let's get into Alex's team. By the way, if you haven't checked out Alex, please do so. He's an amazing dude. Such a nice guy. He can actually do singing stuff, which you can see on my channel, so that's one thing he has over me. And he plays against an arm Pokemon as well, like Kataba showed you. So go over his channel, he's a cool guy. Give him some love, give him some penis, I don't know. Okay, Alex's team. He drafted Megaladios, Volcanion, Ferrothorn, Thunder T, Sandslash, Hariyama, Gengar, Scyther, Gramble, Giggles, and Lickitung. Yes, Lickitung the monster, which he might actually bring, by the way, because it's super fat and deals with a couple things on my team. Things to note, he has Thunder T, which is the best electric type in draft format, offensive electric type that is. I had last season, I destroyed him with it last season, it scares the fuck out of me, and it's gonna be a problem probably. Shut up laptop, Jesus Christ, I don't think if you can see that, I don't think you can. Anyway, yeah, Thunder T is a threat, Megaladios is a fucking stupid Pokemon, I don't know why it exists, I wish it wouldn't exist, because my god is it good. I'll probably put up a vote to ban it next season because Jesus Christ, fuck that Pokemon. That's coming from someone who has actually used it multiple times. So that's a threat. Gengar, I do not have a switch into, unless I run like Spadaf, Violet, Sneasel, and he doesn't have Focus Blast. Then I have a switch in, but that's silly. So yeah, no switches for Gengar, which is problematic. Volcanion is somewhat threatening because of Volcanion, but I do have Latias and Rotomorph, so I don't think he's gonna bring it. Like, a lot of my team just outspeeds it as well. The only things that outspeeds are Clefable and Armaldo and Gogas, depending on what form I bring. So even that doesn't really count. So I don't think he's gonna bring it necessarily. If he does, it might be a more defensive variant with like Toxic. That could actually do really well against my team. And kind of check Lucario, check Sneasel, stuff like that. I can definitely see that happening. If he's like Rest Talk, he might be a little problematic to deal with my team, but you know, that's a thing. Hariyama is gonna be a big problem. I don't have a switch in for it. I cannot prep for it that much because I need other things on my team to deal with other threats. So I have to deal with Hariyama offensively, which can be a problem because last time I played Alex, he had a Hariyama, he passed an agility into it, and I lost. Which you can only do with Scyther this week. So if I see Scyther, which doesn't have an amazing matchup, doesn't have a bad one, but doesn't have a 10 out of 10 matchup, I wouldn't see it as one of his 6 best Pokemon to bring, or most important Pokemon to bring. If you bring Scyther and Hariyama, I'm pretty sure there's going to be agility passing, and I'm going to have to look out for that. And yeah, Gigalith can be a problem, but it's a Gigalith. I prepped as much as I can for a Gigalith without neglecting his bigger threats. And again, Gigalith and tech offensively rather than trying to have a good switch into it. Sandslash is, I hope he brings Sandslash honestly, because I have a plan for it. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is. Ferrothorn is a little annoying, but I think I've prepped for that very, very well. So that's his team kind of. Lickitung is also annoying. Gramble is a Gramble, it's not bad, it doesn't scare me that much. If he's like Bannet, I don't have a switch in because it's a Bannet Gramble, but or just offensive in general, could be a little problematic, but if he brings Gramble, I think it's going to be more of a bulky variant, potentially something that deals better with Latias, or better with Sneasel, of course, even physical Lucario, because I might not run Iron Tail, which, spoilers, I'm not bringing Iron Tail. So yeah, that's that. Let's go over to the team I'm bringing. And yeah, let's adjust these dimensions real quick, Reno. There we go. Beautiful. So, first Pokemon I'm bringing is Halsey, the Mega Pidgeot, No Guard, of course, and then Hurricane, Heat Wave, U-Turn, and Roost. Heat Wave is just there for the Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is something I really, really want to get out of the way so Sneasel can put in more work. So Latias is free to just pretty much stall out a lot of his team. or beat them 1v1. And yeah, that's that. U-turn is there to gain initiative. If he brings Lickitung and or Gigalith, I can U-turn out on predicted switch and gain myself initiative, and that's gonna be great. Is my laptop? My laptop's dying. Oh, that's great. So yeah, gaining initiative is gonna be really sweet on those things. I can go into Lucario on that or something like that. Maybe even need a Queen, depending on the situation, of course. I'll act accordingly. And Roost is just there for recovery. I could have HP Ice, but I feel like Roost is gonna be more helpful in the long run. Don't know why, I just have a feeling that Roost is gonna come in handy against Ferrothorn, potentially against Sandslash, potentially even Scyther. I can Roost up on Scyther potentially if he's locked into like Aerial Ace, if he has a Scarf Bearer or something like that. There's not much I can Roost up on. Lickitung is another thing, so I could change that to HP Ice to hit the Thunderous. But I think I prefer having Roost there just in case I get the opportunity to do that. So that's Halsey. It outspeeds an entire team, which is very nice. The thing is at 110 Mega Latios and Gengar, so that's very nice to have. And Hurricane is just a fucking good move to click, basically. You could bring Lickitung to deal with the thing, just like Liam did last week. But you know, it's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to play around that. And to deal with Lickitung, I have, for example, this thing, Anubis the Lucario with the Air Balloon. Justified as the ability SD, Close Combat, Extreme Speed, Bullet Punch, Adamant, Max Attack, 196 speed and 16 HP. That speed allows me to outspeed a max speed Timid Volcanion, because Alex's speed tiers are really fucked. He has Volcanion base 70, and then he has 105 Scyther. 101 Thunder T, sorry. So he has like a speed cap of 31 points, which is ridiculous, and I'm gonna try to abuse that with this Lucario set, being adamant and stuff. Having a little bit of bulk as well. Air Balloon. Why do you have an Air Balloon? Because I can set up on Sandslash. I can set up on a potentially on Gramble even. Like I can take a player off if he's defensive. Gigalith, I can turn that into setup for that because he can't, unless he packs Superpower, which I don't think he will, unless he predicts the Air Balloon, in which case, hats off to him. I can set up on that, and then, you know, do ow to his team. Lickitung, if he decides to run like Earthquake, which I don't think he will. If anything, he's going to have T-Wave or Fire Blast. Mega Latios, potentially. I don't think he's going to make Dragon Dance with just Earthquake and Dragon Claw, if anything. I think DD is actually really good against my team, like sub SD, but I think then he's just going to pack Dual Stab, because that does everything he needs to my team. Yeah, sub DD, Mega Latios can be a huge threat to my team for sure. That's something I need to look out for. Yeah, Lucario, dual priority is really good against his team. BP is pretty much just there to hit the Gengar, as well as hitting the Gramble a little harder than everything else I'm carrying. And I think that's pretty much it. Also, if I expect him to have a random Chilum Berry or some shit like that, I can BP instead of extreme speeding. Yes, future opponent, I'm aware of Chilum Berry. Don't bring it. Trust me, I will see it. Also just giving people ideas right now, but I don't care. It's gonna work out. So next up, Sinking as Mega Latios is a huge threat. I need a dedicated counter to that, and that's of course Moonshine Clefable with the left. I was unaware as the ability Moonblast, Fire Blast, Moonlight, and T-Wave, and just the standard spread. Why do I have standard spread? Because I want something that can deal with Mega Latios 100%, and this standard spread does that. It does not get 2-hit killed by any Latios, whether it's like Zen Headbutt variant, whether it's a Psyshock variant, or a Psychic variant. None of those manage to kill Clefable, and that's good. That makes me happy. I can get a T-Wave off, I can Moonblast and potentially just get damage off, I can Moonlight up of course, I can Fire Blast Ferrothorn, which is going to be really nice. Of course Volcanion kind of walls me, but I can T-Wave it on switch and that's going to be nice. I don't mind if he goes some Thunders on my T-Wave, unless he's already weakened heavily and he's like in range, and he's going to get out of range for E-Speed or Ice Shard potentially. You don't need to be like full to live an Ice Shard almost, so you know, T-Wave is just a good move. I can click that against pretty much everything on his team. I don't think Sandslash is coming in on a Clefable anytime soon, because I will beat it. And yeah, Clefable is just good. I was considering Calm Mind, but overall, I think since I'm unaware with Moonlight, it's not as reliable, and T-Wave is just very good to have against his team. Slow things down like the Mega Latios, potentially Gengar even. If I can catch Gengar with a T-Wave on a switch, and oh boy, that's gonna be a happy little fun time. And yeah, by the way, if he's like Choice Gengar, Lucario's gonna set up on that thing. Like, I don't care about your Sludge Bomb. I'm a Steel type. It's going to be great. I hope he brings that. So yeah, next up, we have another thing that does huge work to his team, and that is Nyx the Sneasel with the choice band. Pickpocket, because I don't need enough focus for anything. The only flinchy move he has is like Zen Headbutt Megaladios, which I'm immune to. Iron Head Ferrothorn, which I outspeed. Dark Pulse Thunderous, which, why would he click Dark Pulse against the Sneasel? That's pretty much it. So I have no reason to run in focus. I'm just running Pickpocket in case I can pick up a nice item from something. That'd be fun. Maybe I can knock off Licky Tongue and he body slams me. I live, don't get paralyzed, and I get the Violite. That'd be funny. So yeah, that's that. Knock off Icicle Crash, Pursuit, and Ice Shot with enough speed to outspeed base 1/10. And the thing just does so much work to his team. It Okos Megaladios if it's offensive. It's Fizz Def, I still do like 70 to 80% roughly, and that's really good damage to have because that's in range for Lucario's E-Speed, I'm pretty sure. And if not, it's in range for Mega Pidgeot, so you know, we're good in that regard. It also does a lot to Volcanion if it's offensive. It does a good amount to Ferrothorn actually, even if it's defensive. Sandslash doesn't want to take a Icicle Crash. Thunder is going to get checked by Ice Shot, which is really nice. The banned Ice Shot is good for DD Latios, which I'm kind of expecting, as well as the Thorny T. Hariyama walls me, but that's fine. I can get damage off on that if he is thick fat even. He might not even be thick fat. He might be more offensive, like a Life Orb Sheer Force variant, which is very likely. Or fairly likely. I wouldn't say very, but somewhat likely. And most importantly, the thing is going to trap the Gengar. Trapping Gengar is going to be a huge job because I don't have a good switch into it. I have to pivot around it, kind of, or just switch in Nidoqueen, which is kind of my quote-unquote dedicated switch in, and then just go from there, and just hope that I can pursue trap it. If it's like a sub variant, that's going to be a problem, but Nidoqueen can break this up, and I'll be fine. If he's sub disable, I think I should still be fine. Maybe, we'll see. And yeah, Gramble beats me, but I have Icicle Crash, which does a good chunk. I can flinch him if I really want to go that route, but knockoff plus Icicle Crash is going to be nice because I can get rid of the leftovers early game, and they can Icicle Crash him later on, and you know, he's not going to love that. Gigalith can take my hits because the Gigalith and Licky Tongue is going to get knocked the fuck off, and it's going to be great. Priority is really good this game, and the thing just does work, and I really like this matchup. So, next up, Volcanion is a little bit threatening, so I have to bring the counter, which is Cordelia the Latias with the leftovers. Levitate has the ability, Psychic, Roost, Dragon Pulse, and HP Fire with a little bit of a confusing looking EV spread, which is enough speed to outspeed a timid max speed Volcanion. And then Split F investment to not get tweet killed by a modest choice Bex HP Ice after Stealth Rocks. I'm guaranteed to live 2 of those. I don't have to Roost. I can, you know, get damage off or just kill him or whatever. Then Roost. Basically, I can beat him super easily unless I get burned, in which case he has an 85% chance to tweet kill me. So that's a little bit after rocks with HP Ice if he's modest specs. So everything has to go wrong basically in order for Latias to get tweet killed by a Volcanion. And that's all fine. HP Fire is there for the Ferrothorn. I was considering other moves on there, which I'm not going to go into too much or at all. But HP Fire tweet kills a Fizz Def Ferrothorn after well, it tweet kills Fizz Def Ferrothorn with a decent chance. So Dragon Pulse is there to do good damage to the Megaladios, which is important. Getting damage off on that thing, to not have my Latios be a setup for a Megaladios. That'd be terrible. And Psychic is there to hit Hariyama and just his entire team. His team is really Psychic weak. To the point where I would love to bring offensive Latias with just Life Orb, Psychic, Draco, and HP Fire and just bob his team. Like completely destroy his team. Because he has nothing for that. But I can't do that just because I need a bulky variant, like a really bulky variant to 100% safely deal with Volcanion. Because as you can see, I have nothing else that deals with Volcanion. And yeah, that is also part 1 of the Thunderous counter switch-in attempt Pokemon. Number 2 is of course S-Death Nidoqueen with the Black Sludge. Sheer Force of course, Stealth Rock, Ice Beam, Sucker Punch, and Earth Power. Special defensive with 4 and special attack. This is my Gengar switch-in. This is going to be my attempt to check the Thunny T as well. This is going to help me at that. Earth Power plus Ice Beam is good coverage against his team. Sucker Punch is good for the Gengar as well as the Megaladios. I can get some chip damage off on that. So I have a lot of priority so I don't get swept by things, hopefully. So that should be fine. And yeah, this is just Gengar switching. If I switch into Gengar, I can take 2 Life Orb Shadow Balls. I can Stealth Rocks. if he decides to shadow bomb me again, I can sucker punch him on the turn after when I'm low, and then he's gonna be like, fuck, and it's gonna be great. I don't need Nido Queen necessarily, because it's gonna be a pivot into a lot of things. I have to use it for a lot of Pokemon. So eventually Gengar's gonna become a problem, inevitably, but I can play around it if he brings it. If he doesn't bring it, then hey, I'm happy. Yeah, basically I have to play around Gengar and see how well I can do that. And yeah, that's the team. Plan is basically just weaken things with Ban Sneasel and, you know, Nidoqueen, Latias, get some T-Waves off potentially, and then sweep with Lucario, potentially Mega Pidgeot, but the goal is Lucario, of course, because it's a Lucario, it sweeps, it's what it does. So that's the team for this week. Tell me what you guys think. I don't know if we're gonna play on Wi-Fi or Showdown yet, because it's late on Monday and we haven't played yet, so we might have to play on Showdown, but we'll see. And yeah, that's that. Again, tell me what you think of the theme, tell me what you think of the matchup and stuff and things. And yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some newts. I will appreciate it if it does, and hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.